Hello Aquarius, Aquarius Rising, and Aquarius Moon people. This is your astrological and card forecast for the week starting October 24th, 2016. And of course, just a quick reminder for you guys, I've been seeing a lot of comments lately, people asking for readings. I can't book an appointment for anyone on YouTube. The reason is because I actually have an appointment booker calendar on my website, so people can actually book their appointments, directly during checkout. So while we might be playing email tag for a day or two, people could be, scheduling their appointments there. So it's just better to go to my website, integrativemysticism.com, and do it that way. If you can't make an appointment, on my website as well, you can order a downloadable video file, something you can keep on your computer or laptop, so that might be a good alternative as well. So what is the energy of this week going to look like in the astrology for you? Well, Aquarius, we right now have Venus, the planet of love and romance and harmony and affection, in your 11th house of friendships and social networking. But it's forming a tense square to Neptune on Tuesday, like I said, in Pisces, your earned income sector, your work sector. And when you have Venus and Neptune getting into a bit of a confusion like this, there may be a problem cropping up where your work ethic, or maybe even a financial agreement or arrangement that we've had with a friend, starts to get really confusing, and perhaps even starts to blur the lines of what is and is not meant to be personal versus business. And a lot of this can be, that needs to be discussed, especially when you might find out that a friend, whether advertently or inadvertently, might be taking advantage of certain assets, opportunities, or maybe even perks that you live with. They could be, trying to take advantage of, some things that you have that they want. And I don't know if they're necessarily doing it to be mean or to be cruel or to be, anything like that. They might just not necessarily be that self-aware. On Thursday, we do have Mercury, the planet of communications, initiative, and information, forming a beautiful conjunction to the Sun in your career sector. And this is an opportunity for rapid advancement. You might find out sometime between Thursday and Monday of next week that you can actually start applying for a promotion or a transfer on the job that is going to be starting quite quickly. This is also a great opportunity for those of you who are job hunters. If you are thinking about maybe going out and signing on to a new workforce, or you've been trying to maybe expedite an interview process or an orientation process, any kind of initiative you take between Thursday and Monday, especially Thursday, is going to really hurry this along in the way that we need. If we want that sooner to instant gratification, this is the kind of thing you want. So what is going on with the energies of your cards this week? What is going on with the cards for Aquarius? Well, for your spiritual advice with the Oracle card, I do have the card of the Fairy Norn. And this is talking about cooperation and, in essence, learning how to vet your team. I think Virgo also got this. And this card is basically talking about paying attention to your associations this week, and paying attention to the strength and the integrity of your groups, whether they be professional groups, social groups, family groups, and things like that. Because this card can talk about where sometimes the solution to a problem within a group is to create a new group and then see, who resonates with this new entity, whatever this is. Because all groups, all cliques, all teams, all workforces are really living, breathing entities all their own. In a way, they have a consciousness all their own. And sometimes the best way to, to fix, to escape or to improve on an ecosystem like that that's not necessarily working is to start something new and see who's willing to go for something that works. And so this week we're going to be playing a lot around with how do we sort of feng shui our social and professional circles. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we do have the Four of Pentacles upright. And the Four of Pentacles is kind of interesting here because this is talking about doors closing. And this might actually be doors that you are closing yourself this week. And this could be great news for those of you that are looking to conserve funds. We might actually be downsizing in terms of bills this week. We may even find out a financial plan or maybe a financial arrangement that we are in is, can actually be ended and save us more money that we're taking home. But the Four of Pentacles can also talk about a need to start knocking on doors as well, because if you are waiting on feedback, it's kind of like what I talked about with the astrology. If we're waiting on feedback on anything, any kind of submissions, any kind of performance, any kind of contacts, we need to be able to knock on those doors so they open. They're not locked, but at the same time, if we're expecting people to kind of take the initiative and do it on their own, it's not going to happen with the Four of Pentacles. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, the others in your life, we do have the Star card upright, which is absolutely wonderful. It looks like a friend or a family member may actually be sort of generating a new, almost like an escape for you. Kind of going back to that Fairy Norn kind of card, this person could be creating a bit of an escape. This could be, a trip, this could be a vacation, this could be maybe even something more permanent, like a new hangout. But what the Star card upright is also saying is that this person is also offering you an opportunity to even kind of embellish or finally even embark upon an ideal that might be on your personal bucket list, sort of helping you entertain intrigues and interests that are not getting the attention that they deserve right now. So we have an outlet generating for you. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Ace of Wands upright. And upright, this card is kind of interesting because when we see the Ace of Wands upright, it always talks about a lot of passion, a lot of action, a lot of energy. But as a challenge, it can talk a little bit about a binge, where the fire kind of gets out of control. And we can binge on a lot of things. When we think of binging, we always think of like food or television or, anything along those lines. But sometimes we can binge on attention. We can binge on social activity. We can binge on exercise. We can binge on sleep. We can binge on anything. And this week your challenge is to make sure that we don't ruin something for ourselves by binging on it. And that can be a big deal, because sometimes if you have too much of a good thing all at once, such as, like the date that never ends, or the heart-to-heart that goes until 3 in the morning, but we do it 4 days in a row, or, too much of one kind of food, or anything like that, we kind of turn ourselves off to it after that binge is over. So make sure that you don't allow that to happen. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Three of Pentacles inverted. And this card can say we need to pay attention to where maybe it's okay that we and our partner or we and our crush don't include each other in everything. Okay? Because the Three of Pentacles inverted is showing up where there might be an incompatibility in a pastime, or in a pastime, or in an activity. It's not saying that there's anything wrong with you and your partner, but sometimes I think that, especially with our society, we're kind of, especially Western society, we're kind of conditioned to think like the couple that stays together does everything together. But sometimes that's not always the case. The Three of Pentacles inverted can actually indicate where maybe, our partner and us would do better to be able to do more separately. And the same goes for those of us who are, trying to find time for a new crush. Make sure that we're not just trying to invite them to every little thing that we're doing, because that might, again, feed into the binge of attention, which we don't want to do. So that is your forecast, Aquarius. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And of course, if you'd like to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.